morning. I hope everyone is doing well. I had a lot of things that I was thinking, but I didn't hit the record button soon enough. Okay, so the first thing was you start to feel large and in charge, because if God is in you, that's a very powerful thing. It's very powerful, right? And it's also, it's your yes. That feeling is yes. Why? Just because. Just because. You don't need a reason why. You're just here, right? Okay. I enjoy music, right? And I have come to realize, like, play the songs that bring you there. Like, start to do things that take you there. Only those things. And even the thoughts could be like, don't like put yourself down, don't put anybody else down. But for example, there was this situation, right, where you're at a company and somebody's saying they're about to leave, but shush, don't say anything. I'm about to put in my 2 weeks, but don't say anything. Why do you say don't say anything? You say don't say anything because the higher ups don't like that, you know, and you don't want to, like, you just don't want to cause too much. You want to make a decision, right, for yourself. You're not wrong. So as you get hit with everybody's opinion, all that, like, don't fall into it. Stay grounded, right? Why? Because it feels good. This is a good decision, right? All right. Here I go this morning. I'm in the bathroom, right? Because this woman said don't say anything, right? But I was in the office, and there were about 2 of them behind me talking about, you heard such and such and such and such, but don't say anything. All right. So in my heart of heart this morning, I said to myself, dang, she's a really nice lady. I know her. All right. I know her. I was about to say what department, but she's a really sweet lady. And because I am who I am, I know why I'm talking to her. Like, it's not by accident. You understand? So I know me and I see her. And what do most people do? They start going down the list of troubles. You know, they start telling you about their son that died, and so died, and my husband lost his job, and it's just so bah humbug. That's why you're meeting me. It's not bah humbug. Yes, it's a bad situation. Yes, you shouldn't, like, want to speed it up, right? Wrong. When I say speed it up, I mean, healing takes years. Getting over things takes years. It takes years because it's what you're thinking about. It's what you're talking about. It's what you're singing about. And you're embodying the energy, feeling the feelings, not realizing that your life is being attracted to you by your feelings. So it's not that you don't want to grieve. It's not that you don't feel bad. It's not that loss is not difficult. It is. But what makes it harder to recover? And why do you want to recover? Because you need to get yourself back to the frequency you need to be in order to create the life you want. Being sad about a particular situation, and I say grievance because anything you lose, you grieve. I don't want to get like too many words. You grieve for stuff you lose, whether it be pet, it be person, you know, you lost your keys, anything you lose, there's a feeling of grievance. And by grievance, you feel bad. You understand? You feel bad sometimes to the point of tears. And hey, that's why we're here. We got our feelings, we got our emotions. We're good, right? It's nice. It's nice to have this going on. But can we say that we'd like to have more of the yummy feelings than the not so yummy ones? So number one, we start with our speech. Like, stop talking about it. I promise you, like, I wondered why I was back at work. I was just like, why am I, like, am I doing this wrong? Right? Because God knows my desires. My higher self has already put the little pictures in my head of the life I desire. And the same for you. Everyone's is different. Some are similar. You might be like, hey, oh wow, we got the same desires. That's nice. It just like creates this like firework, right? It's a connection. That's where you're at. You're at the point where it's either yes or no. There's no in between. So what does that mean? Everybody's right. That's what it means. Two people are arguing. I'm gonna get back to the work thing. Matter of fact, let me tell you right now. The reason I was wondering why I went back to work is because I'm around very not so happy people. Not that they're bad people. They're the nicest people actually. But the minute you sit down to talk to them, they're carrying so much pain. And my thing is, why are you telling me about it? That's where I get that. That's the kicker. You just met me. How are you? Hey, what's going on? Tell me, oh my God, you have grandkids? Yeah, And then boom, there comes the story. The past story. And then and it's like a couple of people I've met, their sadness has already manifested into pain. And like diseases, it's already manifesting and showing you something's off. But nobody wants to believe that. Why? Why would you not make the correlation? For the sake of like, who cares? You're the same one saying life is short. Who cares? We're here to have a good time. Let those things go. How do I let them go, Danny? Well, number one, I'm going to say it again. You can start by not, when you meet someone new, you don't need to do that. You don't need that. And it's like, well, how's this person supposed to know who I am? And I'm not. Shut up. Like, no. Why? Because you are a vibrational being. You attract with your feelings. What is the feeling you get when you start telling someone you just met about all your stuff going on? That's not pleasing to you. It's not pleasing to you. Share the things that are pleasing to you, the things that are going well, the things you like, the reason you may be attracted to this person, this dynamic. Like, wow, what do you bring? What are you about? Like, make it an uplifting conversation, an uplifting introduction. Introduce yourself the way you would have wanted to be introduced. Does that make sense? What do you Hi. So, like I said, everyone's carrying sadness. I can sense it, so I understand why I'm there. And I'm there to remind you to now, it's not that these things aren't going on, but you need to laugh a little more. Like, you need to kind of like balance the scales. They're imbalanced, and that's why you're feeling the things, or you're going through the motions. You are doing your best. I mean, nobody's perfect. Hello. Nobody's perfect. All I'm saying is, if you tap to the inner God in you, it's a lot easier than trying to do it yourself. And it really is easy, because you just have to kind of like love yourself only. All your opinions are right. So if you're having a discussion with somebody, you're having an argument, you now cannot have arguments. You now have to be the person that says, okay, I understand that you see it your way and I see it mine. And then that's it. Some of y'all just really want to like hammer it in. Like, you want to like argue with this person so much just so they can just agree with you. Or you want them to understand you. And they can't quite, but like, You have to get to the point where you do care. Yes? You have to get to the point where you do not care. You hear me? Why? Because when you don't care, and not like a hardened don't care, just a, I'm so happy, it doesn't matter to me what you feel. I love myself so much that it doesn't matter what you think. You are entitled to your opinion. They are a human being, and they're seeing the same situation from like their perspective, the life that they've lived, all the stuff that they done gathered. Like, you can't care. Why can't I care, Danny? Again, because you are a vibrational being. You attract through your feelings. So feel better. And that's the role I'm here to play in anyone's life that I encounter. Because God loves you and wants to bless you, but you're blocking the blessing. God is waiting on you. So relax. Let it go. Ease up. Stop. I understand it hurts. I understand it was fucked up. I understand, that wasn't right what they did. But like, get out of that. Get out of that. Let it, like, crack it. Like, do whatever you got to do. And this is the beauty of it. This is where all the mantras and the do this and do that and do what you want to do. Why? Because you're going to be on a treadmill again. Why? Because you didn't follow your heart. Follow your heart. Don't do what everybody else is doing. You don't have to agree with. Stop it. Stop it. If you like the person, you like them. So what? You know what I mean? If you want to go here, go. Who cares if no one's going with you? You know what I mean? You're following your yum, right? So you got to trust, like, on the way there, stay there. The greatness will happen. And then when you get there, who cares about those who did not want to come? Like, start to, like, be able to be alone in your own decisions. At least just because, why not? Because now you're aligned. And now you're tapped into the frequency of the universe where just things just so happen for you. Isn't that nice? And all you have to do is relax. And by relax, what do I mean? I mean, do things on your own time. Like earlier I said, you got to feel large and in charge. Yeah, you have to know that things are working out for you. It does take a little while. As I say this, I just kind of recall how what I'm saying, I had to hear nearly 100 times, probably more. Like, it's okay. You understand? Don't try to, like, force it in, right? Don't try to, like, force whatever it is. So in order to not force it, as you start to feel better, you start to actually acknowledge what is working, right? So if you're someone who's still working, or if you're someone who still has to wake up early when you don't want to, and things like that, like, start to, like, those early parts of the day, try to get yourself there. So yeah, do you like your pillow? Are you warm and cozy or cool, or like what temperature do you like? And like if you're there, like, I keep hearing, like, Abraham. I remember listening to an Abraham video, and the person says, I'm laying in bed, and it's like, I love my pillow. All right, that's fine. But then the bed, and you think about, like, I used to go, like, okay, I'm grateful I have shelter, and I had to do that because for a while I wasn't in the desire, do I love my pillow? Not really, so I can't sit here just because you said you love your pillow, I gotta love my pillow. You understand? It may not be the pillow for me. You have to do whatever it is in you. And the funny thing is, it doesn't matter what. You just have to get there. I like ice cream. Like, don't just do it for the sake of the feeling is the point I'm trying to make. Please. It's for the feeling. It's simple. Don't complicate your life. And you already know what feels good because you've been living a lot of life. You know what you like, what you don't like, what you're into, what you're not into, where you like to go, who do you like to be with, what's your type. You know all the answers. But for some reason, you've been in boxes that you don't belong in. And then wonder, why am I here? Nah, man. Hello. So, that's it. That's all. So, I'm here to remind you to relax and be happy. Find it. Okay? Find your happy and follow your happy. Okay? I'm gonna go finish listening to some música. I love you. I really do. Okay? Take care.